We're coming to our last speaker, and being the last speaker is always a burden. It's always a terrible thing to do, but one has to do the dirty work. And we asked the Swiss guy to do the dirty work. And what happens? What will the Swiss guy talk about? What do you think? Money! Simon! This is your stage. Give it up for the last speaker of today. Here you go.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. As Nick announced, I'm going to talk about the bank. This might sound boring, but I'm trying everything to make it a little bit disco, right? Because this bank really changed my perspective on strategy and how I approach strategy. And this thinking I would like to share with you. This gives me the opportunity to introduce you to a fish, to talk about the fish, to do some group meditation if there's time for it. And in the end, as well, to look behind the secret of some very famous detectives' success. It all starts with desire when it comes to brand strategy, right? Desire is everything what we aim for. Desire is the biggest potential brands have. And to find out how we can create desire or what drives desire of consumers, strategists always try to make up very complex models, try to categorize the world, and try to understand how can we categorize what we experience to give to creatives certain guidelines and to define a strategy by making some choices. Now I think this can be complex, but it can be seen very simple as well. The whole world can be split into things we are waiting for and things we are not waiting for. This sounds very simple, but it's quite astonishing if you look at it. So in the most situations, me entering a stage or on workplace, working for brands where you market a brand or market products, you always ask one question. It's what are they waiting for, right? What is your wife waiting for? What are clients waiting for? What are the people in here waiting for? When you meet the fish, is there a fish inside here? No? But I'm sure if there was a fish inside here, you would ask first, what is this fish waiting for? Right? It's the first question that comes to mind. Now that's quite astonishing because this is all based on a very fundamental assumption that we are waiting for something. Now I think in our Western countries, in our digitalized world, in our globalized world, people are not waiting for the interesting stuff. Once you want something, you get it, right? So we are not waiting for the interesting stuff. Let's try to wait together. This is the meditation part. How does it feel to wait? Maybe this feels good, but only because you were not waiting to wait here, right? So I think all the great stuff, this is what we are not waiting for. All the viral stuff, all the conversation starting stuff with brands, this is always stuff that we didn't wait for. When it comes to entertainment, for example, great detectives, True Detective, I didn't wait for season 1, so this was great for me. But then I waited very much for season 2. It was not that great anymore, right? This is true. So when it comes to brand, this is a really fundamental question we have to face. This is defining the core strategy we're doing, and we have to discuss this with clients as well. Are we complying with what people are waiting for? Or are we not complying and challenging what people are waiting for? Are we looking for what people are not waiting for, right? So this is what creates tension, and tension is basically what people are waiting for, right? So this brings us to a very philosophical question. Is it really either waiting for something or not waiting for something, or is it that we are exactly waiting for what we are not waiting? Or is it we are not waiting if we are not waiting for what we are not waiting because waiting for what we are waiting is not worth waiting, right? So this is slam, right? So when we received a brief 1 year ago, there was a new brand, marvelous design, beautiful name, exactly what we were waiting for as an agency. Now, there was a little small detail why Switzerland was not waiting for this brand. It was a bank. Huh? So in Switzerland, there are 253 banks by end of 2017. The number is decreasing, so this is strong proof that people are not waiting for another bank. Huh? So how would you approach to launch a brand nobody's waiting for? You can ask the typical question insights are based on. You can ask, what are people waiting for? Then you will land on typical stuff like trust and sympathy. This will tell you people that they are waiting for trust and sympathy. At the same time, they do not really consider switching bank, even if they rate their own bank very low on trust and sympathy. So in other words, they are waiting for nothing when it comes to banks. So we did it another way, and we asked to find the proper insight. What are people not waiting for? We sold the strategy and the idea by a very simple question we posed to the management team of the client when he pitched his idea. It was only one slide I showed. It was this question: how much do you make? Strange reactions of CEO, marketing, head of marketing, all the other marketing managers, creating kind of a conversation. But in the end, they agreed that this is really an interesting insight, that people are not waiting for a bank to talk about money. So this is a tension, right? We are waiting for more money in the country of money, but we are not waiting for somebody talking about money. This is a stigma. Something is very important, but at the same time, we do have a very disturbed relationship. And then we discovered under this perspective that all the offers of Cler can be summarized under the umbrella of Cler makes money the most normal thing. It's more approachable, democratizing products, very accessible even for non-clients. And we took this very serious and made out of it very straight the communication platform, Time to Talk About Money. So we launched a campaign by booking billboards and digital all around the country, revealing the price the bank had invested for its advertising. Time to Talk About Money, this billboard costs us 892 Swiss francs, or we spent 738 francs on this billboard. We want to get your attention with it. If you've read this far, it worked. So there were countless of these billboards around Switzerland. Then we produced a series of films which we occupied the territory with. So, thank you. We continue to activate this platform with a number of activations, for example, raising questions which are very important in our society, not always that funny. Why is it that in the richest country in the world nobody speaks about money? Or why do men and women not just earn the same? So we focus really on polarizing issues to start the conversation. And by all of that, of course, the question is always, was this successful? And is it successful to do stuff people are not waiting for? Yes, it is. Thank you.